Oh. Hey, family. How are we doing? How are y'all doing? Hey, Stella. Hey, fam. You know what it's time for? Come on in the room. Oh, ouch. Ouch. Where's my thing? Where is my thing? Sorry. Come on in the room. Oh, come on in the room. Hey, Alicia. Thank you. Thank you so much, my love. Hey, XO, Miss Sanchez. What's up? Thank you so much for coming on in the room. Hey, JL. Come on in the room. Get in here, Lynn. Hey, what's up, Connie? Connie, I was just thinking about you today. I was just thinking about you today because Connie is just, you're such a sweetie, Connie. I love you. But I was just thinking about you today. Hey, family, come on in the room. Hey, me, not me, 2008. What's up? Come on in the room. Oh, come on in the room. Get in here. Come on in the room. Oh, come on in the room. We got a lot to talk about because Sarah is playing dumb. Oh, come on in the room. Oh, come on in the room. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about because Christiana is going to beat up her sister, as she should. Hey, family. How are y'all doing? Hey, Rhonda. Rhonda said, I haven't even watched the episode yet, and yet here I am in the room. Yes. Yes, kind of, because you're just really sweet. You always reach out to me, and you're just so kind. You all are, but I was just, sometimes God just rests people on your heart, and you were one of them today, Connie. Hey, Bria. Hey, Tartar. Hey, what's up, Fro on a mission? How we doing today? Hey, Crystal. The funny thing about natural hair is that when it's time to get washed, that's when it's in its best form. This is my hair's best form. It's because I have to wash it tonight. Hey, Shay. Hey, Shonda. Shout out to my moderators in the building. Shonda and Black Lavender. Brenda says, sing it loud. Hey, Chantel. Hey, Irene, come on in the room. What's up, Miss GG88? What's up, Brenda B? Hey, Graciela. Tell your son I said hey. And come on in the room. Hey, Daniel Fool. What are you drinking today? I'm drinking just some ice cold water with strawberries. I told y'all it's not a game. It's not a game. I will get healthy during this pandemic, whether my body likes it or not. Hey, Shannon, then. Join Shan every Saturday at 11 a.m., I believe, PST for Drag Race. She does a Drag Race live every Saturday. Y'all know I used to do them, but the way my weeks are going, Saturdays are like my only day to do anything, so I can't do anything on Saturday anymore. But yeah, watch our girl, Shan. Hey, May Summers. You're welcome, Connie. Hey, Amy. What's up, Courtney? Oh, Courtney said, I'm watching the last 5 minutes on YouTube. This was a good one. Next week is going to be even better, though. It's going to be even better. Thank you for on a mission. What's up, F. Usher? Oh, Tartar. This show, Love After Lockup, comes on at 9 on the East Coast, but I don't think they change it for us here for the West Coast. So the premiere, everybody sees the episode at the same time, which is what I wish other networks would do with like WeTV. They do a what is it called? darn it, it's not complimentary. It's not complimentary. I forget what it's called, but they do the same episode at 9. So the new episode comes on at 6 p.m., which is 9 p.m. for you guys if you're on the East Coast, but it's 6 p.m. for us, right? And then they'll show it again at 9 at the scheduled time that it's supposed to come on, but they give us the premiere at the same time, which is at 6. I only discovered that because of my DVR. Remember, I was doing these really late back in the day, and then I discovered that my DVR records the episode at 6, and I thought that it was just recording an old episode until I watched it, and I realized it was the current episode. I wish that all, networks did that, because not everybody has the time to stay up really late to watch the shows. And then for a lot of us, we want to watch it together, especially with social media. A lot of people run to social media to talk about the episode. And I'm not somebody who says, don't give me any spoilers. I'm not that type of person. But the fact that I have to alter my life to stay off of social media and certain things and not, catch a spoiler because people are watching it before me. I wish we can watch it at the same time. That's all I'm trying to say. One day soon, maybe I'll create an app or something like that where we can watch it all at the same time. I'm telling you, I have one of my eyes, you can't tell, but this eye is larger and it sits up higher than this eye. So my cat eye always looks like this. I've been following the Euphoria, the girl who does the Euphoria makeup. I've been following her and she's been helping me trying to do a cat eye, but it ain't go well today. Yeah, so it comes on at 6 for us over here on the West Coast, which I'm very thankful for. Oh, Sly Cat, thank you. I'm glad that you're here. Oh, Yaya, it's Yaya's first time. Welcome, Yaya. Welcome. Hey, DJ. Oh, Married at First Sight is crazy. Because I'm doing both episodes in one video, I'm trying to make it 30 minutes. I feel like that video might be 42 minutes. I'm trying to shorten it because there's so much to talk about. The majority of stuff that I'm talking about in my Married at First Sight review is Chris and Paige. That man enrages me. He enrages me. He is Michael 2.0. What's up, basically, Brittany? What's up? Basically, Brittany said Michael's motel bill was running up and he had to make sure Sarah made room for him. And Vice Queen said, dang, six, that's early. They must base all the shows by the East Coast time zones. They absolutely do, which I don't understand why. LA is entertainment capital. You would think that you would, but I understand it's earlier for you guys for those who are on the East Coast. But I just wish that we could all watch it together. Mary Hall said, I watch your reviews to see if I want to see it. Thank you, Mary. Leo Lyon said, Nikki, how's it going? So glad our power is slowly coming back on down here in Texas. It's fine here. Our governor opened up, he released all the COVID restrictions that we had here in LA. So everything has gone back to normal. I haven't because a lot of people in Los Angeles are not vaccinated. Even if you are vaccinated, that doesn't mean that you can't catch COVID. If you already had, you know what I mean? I'm still laying low. So for me, I'm still on lockdown and I'm still quarantining. That's just me. I'm so glad that your power is back on, Leo. Keeping you guys in my prayers. That's so unfortunate. And there's nothing, there's nothing that anybody can do because unfortunately, the government has done many times, has failed its citizens. And I'm so sorry for you guys over there. What you guys are going through is preventable. And I'm really, really sorry to everybody in Texas who are suffering. So sad. Y'all are getting Sarah together. Hey, Coos Girly. Irene said, Nikki, how did you feel seeing your man, Soulja Boy? Ever since y'all call him that, I can't unsee it. Talking about D-Mark fighting. You know what? Since we're talking about it, let's get into it. If you are just here for the live, beloved, the review, beloved, it starts right now. Let's get into it. So Chevelle and Quaylon. Chevelle, if you need to tell your fiance not to talk to other women and require the passcode to his phone, then maybe it's not a fiance. Because when she is talking to Quaylon about what he has to, Quaylon, I'm sorry, just to divert for a second. Why are we not going to address that this man is like he is out of his mind in his confessionals? Like, why has it not been addressed? He's also very high in his scenes, and everybody who is in the scenes with him is acting like this man is okay when clearly he isn't. So it bothers me so much that nobody in his life calls this out, because as a viewer, you can see that he is under the influence of something right away. Within the first 5 seconds of looking at him, you can see that something is going on with him. And then in his confessionals, he can barely keep his head up or his eyes open. He's doing something and nobody is addressing it. And I feel, very sorry for him, because obviously something has happened to this man while he was in prison. He went into prison as a child, came out as a man, fell into this relationship with this woman on this TV show. He became, a dad right out the box, dealing with a lot of stuff. I'm not excusing, he is an adult. What he is doing to his body is not okay. I'm not excusing that, but I think that he is not well. And it bothers me that nobody in his life is addressing it. Now, maybe they're not addressing it on camera, but I just feel like he's left out there. I really, really do. And it's extremely unfortunate. Having said that, he's not a fiance. Like, I don't know why you're trying to marry this man. You have to have like all these requirements. Who says this to your man after he proposes? Like, when he goes from being your man to your fiance, why is the first thing that you say to him is, well, you know what you have to do, right? You have to stop talking to other women in your DMs. Why are you marrying him if that is a requirement? That should have never happened. You have to give me your passcode so I can look in your phone to make sure that you're not cheating on me. Why are you marrying him? You already are setting up your relationship for failure, because you already do not trust this man because of the things that he has done. Absolutely. But if you have to say this to your fiance, maybe he shouldn't be a fiance. Before I go on, we got a super chat from my girl, Stella. Stella said Yellowbone's cousin is... We will get into that. It's a little too invested in Chevelle's relationship, and I'm convinced him and Chevelle had a thing. You know what? Are they kissing cousins? D-Mark, now I got to walk away from my relationship if that's something that happened back in the day, because y'all know a lot of people, if they're like distant cousins, you know what I mean? Not to say anything about the South, but y'all do allow a lot of first cousin stuff that, I'm just not used to as a Northerner. So I don't know. I don't know if they kissing cousins. I don't know if they did a little something back in the day. I don't know. But yeah, D-Mark is a little too invested in his cousin's relationship. Thank you so much for the super chat, Stella. Thank you. Let's get into this fight, okay? Since we're talking about how invested D-Mark is, how too invested D-Mark is in Chevelle's life. So I'm gonna be real with y'all. I thought this was fake. I really, really did in the beginning, right? So at first, hold on, I had which is another reason why some videos are late. I had like so many auditions this week. God is good, but like my studio is not where it normally should be for my live. So forgive me if the lighting is a little off. But so D-Mark walks out and Chevelle tells Quaylon, which I was just like, okay, girl, I'm shocked that you are setting boundaries because you don't do that in your relationship with Quaylon, but she is, right? And she says, because, we're still figuring everything out. We are engaged. We are going to be together, but I think it's best that you sleep in another room right now until we get back acclimated to where we were. Totally agree with her. I thought out of every decision that she has made since we have met her on this show, this was the smartest decision that she made. But I just found it too coincidental that Quaylon and D-Mark were walking out at the same time. So I don't know if D-Mark was coming to stay in her room or if he was coming to say goodnight. I don't know what was happening there, but him and Quaylon met each other in the hallway. So this gave me produced. I felt like the scene was extremely produced. I felt like the producers were telling them stuff, to get these two, like I was going to say aroused, but get these two like enraged at each other. D-Mark is saying, you don't need to be here. Why are you still here? Obviously frustrated because he thought that Quaylon left, and Quaylon is just like, that's my wife. And he shows D-Mark the ring. D-Mark, when you saw the ring, the way you got pissed off, to me, what you was moving like an ex or somebody who was in love with Chevelle. I just don't see my cousins getting that upset if I am in a relationship with somebody they don't approve of, right? Like you just were too passionate about it to not be in an ungodly kind of love with her. Like this just gave me beyond family being pissed off. You were just too, like, you were annoyed with him, right? And then when he said that he was engaged to Chevelle, you went from annoyed to pissed. Raised your voice like it's coming after this man. Then you pushed him when you saw the ring. The reaction was a little questionable, baby. It was a little questionable. I got to be honest with you there. But I still think that this scene was produced. I think what happened was D-Mark pushed Quaylon a little too hard. Because when Quaylon came back at him, it was just like, I was like, oh, okay, this is real. Now it's gotten real. I also think that while they were improvising, D-Mark cut Quaylon a little too low. And that's when it also got serious for him as well, because I don't know why Quaylon would say this as somebody who has been in prison. We all know the stereotypes that come with people who have been incarcerated, especially with men. We all know that there is a stereotype that, almost every man that's been in prison has been raped because of, what we have heard and seen in TV and film. That's not necessarily true, right? But there is that out there, right? And that stereotype is something that emasculates straight men. Like, that's what that is used to do, right? It's either used to emasculate straight men, or it's used to validate raping gay men and trans women who are unfortunately put in the same place with men. In prison. So that's that stereotype, that very uncomfortable and just sad, pathetic, untrue stereotype out there about men in prison, because it does happen, but it's not everybody, right? That's just not the situation that goes down in prison, but it does happen. So when D-Mark said this on camera, I just feel like he knew exactly what he was doing. And I think that just cut a little too deep for Quaylon, because he says to Quaylon, how are you trying to marry her and you ain't even had sex with a woman? He specifically said woman, right? Quaylon was just like, man, what you talking about? What you mean? And he was like, boy, you've been in prison since you was 17. And Quaylon was like, yeah, but before that, I was in them streets. All at the local Best Western. All at the local Best Western. So I think the push from D-Mark was a little too much for Quaylon, accompanied with him basically saying that he can't possibly know how to please Chevelle because he's only been with men. That's what he was alluding to. That's what he was alluding to. And that is why Quaylon got that pissed off. And also the push was a little too much. So it was a push here and a push here. And next thing you know, hands is swinging. And that's when the producer jumped in. I felt like the producer was just like, oh, we pushed this a little too far. Let's, come on in and pipe this down. But I think too much had happened at that point, and they were too loud and too physical, that by the time Chevelle came out, they were already in it. They were already in it. So she says later on that Maia was able to hear everything and she was scared and crying. I didn't see the baby. So I don't really know if that's true, if she was just using it as a way to make them make up. But when she came out, that's why I just felt like it was started off fake, but it got real at the end, because Chevelle's face, girl, the way you was talking to them cameramen, I was like, Beyonce, you are not. Turn these cameras off, girl. You know what I mean? Like, okay, this ain't the Housewives. The producers are not going to listen to the talent on this show. You were doing a little too much. She went like full disappointed black mom. Like, Chevelle reminded me of like my mom coming up to school to see about me. when I was messing up. Like she had to take a break from her job and come down at school and get me together. That's how Chevelle walked into that hallway. She was just like, what is going on? Excuse me, my ear is listening. She can hear the cut them cameras off. Girl. A lot is happening at this Best Western. Like a lot is happening. I know that hotel motel has seen some action, but I just feel like all of this was a little bit too much for the local Best Western, just a little bit too much. But this, their scenes did end on a really, funny note, positive and funny, because the next day, they're all riding back. And so D-Mark is upset because he didn't ride up there with Quaylon. And he, they almost got into a physical altercation and he didn't want to, he basically did not want to drive back with him. And I can understand. They just, almost came to blows. So, so the next morning, D-Mark comes out and he's like, oh, he coming with us. And before that, Quaylon, Chevelle was just like, I don't want you like getting into it with him. And Quaylon, oh no, that's just man stuff. That's just man. We just man. He hit some sensitive parts. That's what happened. But the thing that cracked me up was that before they could get in the car, Chevelle made them show Maia that they had like made up because I guess, like I said before, Maia heard and she was crying and she didn't want them to be fighting each other. And so Chevelle was like, she needs to know that her Uncle D-Mark and her daddy. Where is this girl's biological father? This is so disturbing to me. I think it's so disturbing to me because we don't know the father's side. Is the father dead? Does he not want to be in the child's life? Is he okay with this? Like, what is going on? Did you have a sperm donor? Something is happening here because this man has come in who you brought to your daughter to see him while he was in prison. He's like her father all of a sudden, and there's no mention of her biological father. And I need to know if this is by choice or if you are being petty. I don't know. But before I go on, we have a super chat from Sway Bay in Anime. Sway Bay said, I don't know, Nikki, my uncles were like that with my mom. I just see it as overprotectiveness, not incest, in my opinion, for D-Mark. Thank you so much, Sway Bay in Anime. I think for me, I need to know what kind of cousins these are, right? That Chevelle and D-Mark are. I think that's the thing, because they're just too close for comfort for cousins. I'm not talking about siblings, right? I'm close to my cousins as well, but I just feel like my sisters would be that passionate and not my cousins. They would have an opinion. They would, state the facts. They would defend me, right? They would step up. But the passion that D-Mark has, I need to know how close of cousins they are. Did they grow up together? Did they grow up on the same block? Did they go to school together? Were they the only kids their age? So they were like raised together by, their parents. Like, I need to know how close they are, because when you say cousin, it can mean a lot of things, right? It could mean this is my first cousin or this is my 36th cousin. That's just how it is in the Black community. It could, no matter where, we don't say this is my distant cousin. We just say that's my cousin. No matter how far apart we are or how close we are, you're just cousin. And we also call people who are our mother's best friends cousin and auntie and things like that. So, my mother has her best friends. My dad has his best friends. That's my auntie and uncles, right? And their kids are my cousins, although we are not biologically related. So what kind of cousins are they? I think I just need that clarity to know if this is incestuous or if this is legitimate. If this is like a legitimate like, love, and lust, and it's not something that is biblically forbidden, and in some states forbidden as well. That's what I need to know, because how she talks about him, I'm just like, is this your first cousin? This is a little uncomfortable for me. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, so Chevelle makes them apologize, right? But I don't think they intended on being hysterical, but it was to me, because they make up in front of Maia and Quaylon and D-Mark are like, get out of here, man. They walk away. And my ear is just like, no, you don't mean it. And the way you did that is not nice. Do it again and do it right. Like, she got these two adult men together and made them do it again until she was satisfied with the makeup. Oh, that was such a cute part for me. It was such a cute part. Man, if Quaylon had not just gotten out of prison after being incarcerated since he was a teenager, and if he didn't have a drug problem, I would be okay with this couple. I really, really would be okay, because it seems like like Chevelle has created some kind of family with him, and it does appear as if Maia really cares for him, but I just don't see this couple being healthy, because Quaylon is not healthy. I think Quaylon needs to see what life is like before jumping into being a father and a husband right away. I just think he needs to live some life. He also needs to get some therapy. He also needs to get a job, you know what I mean, and find out how to support himself. Because we have to realize he went into prison as a kid and came out a man. Prison raised him. So he has a lot of unlearning to do. Becoming somebody's husband and father is not where he needs to be right away. It's not. That's my 2 cents on Quaylon, Chevelle, and D-Mark, who is still kind of hot to me. Even if y'all told me that he looks like Soulja Boy, I can see it, but I still am, hot for D-Mark. Has anybody checked out his OnlyFans? I'll never do it because I'm a Christian woman. But if you have checked it out, what's the tea? Like, is it worth the subscription? I'll never get it. I just want to know. Let me know. Let's move on to Destiny and Shawn. I'm here for Petty Shawn. I am here for Petty Shawn. When Shawn rolled up on that woman's sister's home and got that car repossessed, he jumped out the car. He was just like, yeah, I'm the one that called the tow. There go my car right there. And sat out there and waited. Didn't hop in the car and leave. He sat out there and waited till that car was on the tow truck and was looking. Like, he was literally looking for Destiny to run out because he wanted to see her face. Destiny runs out and starts punching this man. You are like a year out from possibly going to prison for what, 7 to 20 years? Why are you being so reckless on national TV? Because if Shawn wanted to get her locked up, he could do that. Because she came out of her home, her sister's home, swinging on him. I did feel bad for her, though, because she was just really oblivious to what was about to happen to her. She was sitting in her sister's room, rubbing her feet and eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And her sister screamed, yo, something going on with your car. Destiny runs out, sees this man, and loses it and just starts punching him. Do you enjoy prison? Because also, even if Shawn doesn't want to press charges against her for assaulting him, if the DA sees this and wants to, make a name for him or herself, or use her as an example, they can still file charges. Like, you don't have to file the charges. The DA can do that without you. Like, why are you being so reckless with your freedom? Before I go on, we got a super chat from Shonda. Hey, Shonda, my love. She said you missed a super chat from Sup People and Lynn. Thank you so much for the super chat and the reminder, Shonda. I will go back and I will get those super chats. Thank you so much. What I'm going to start doing is just start scrolling while I'm doing the review, because normally I just do the review and I don't look over here until like my screen lights up. But I've noticed that a lot of your super chats aren't lighting up at the top. So I'll just start scrolling through from now on. Thank you all so much. Dee Dee, we will get into the sister. Dee Dee, thank you so much for the super chat. Dee Dee said in the super chat, the sister pissed me off. Oh, me too. And we will get into her. Thank you so much, Dee Dee. We got another super chat from Advice Queen. Advice Queen said, I can't understand why she thought he would give her the car because he helps out his kid's mother. Huh? She's truly delusional. Absolutely right. And you were on point, Advice Queen. Thank you so much for the super chat. Let me go on down to see the super chats that I have missed. It's Advice Queen. That's Shonda. Lynn Williams. Hey, Lynn. Lynn said Chevelle lying. That baby was probably asleep. That's what I was thinking, Lynn. That's what I was thinking, Lynn. Thank you so much for the super chat. But you know, Chevelle loved, saying everything is about my Ia when really it's about her. Because I felt like that too. I did. But it did seem like she could be telling the truth, right? Because when she put Maya to bed, she went out and talked to Quaylon, and he was like, is she asleep yet? She was just like, she's getting there. And then she tells him that he needs to leave. So then he walks out and he gets into it with D-Mark. So it all could have happened very quickly, or, probably not at all. Not at all. Sup, people, thank you so much for the super chat. Sup, people said, are they cousins by marriage or family friend cousins? That's what I need to know. Thank you so much, sup, people. That's what I need to know. I need to know that clarity, because if they're just like, our moms are best friends, something like that, or our moms, went to high school together and, we go to the same church, stuff like that, okay, then it's not so weird to me. If they have like DNA, the same DNA going through their veins, it's a little weird for a cousin to be this passionate, but they could be like first really close cousins. I just need the clarity, because right now it's looking a little funny in the light to me. All right. I think I got everybody's super chat. If I don't, y'all know that my wonderful moderators will let me know. Thank you all so much for your support of my channel. Totally appreciate it. So I think I got everybody so far. But yeah, I'm here for Petty Shawn. I'm here for Petty Shawn, because he was just like, if I'm a trick and you don't like me and you don't want to be with me anymore, and you didn't gave me back the ring, then I'm taking back my car. And I was absolutely here for it. What did he do wrong? You sat in that man's car. And first of all, after you went on a run with his credit card and took the car, yes, he got the car for you, but he was smart enough to at least get it in his name. Who knew he had some kind of sense? Who knew? But he was smart enough to get it in his name. She takes both of that. You're rejecting his calls. You don't want to talk to him. Listen, the least you can do, if you're going to keep the car that he's paying on, that's in his name, and if you're going to keep on using his credit card, the least you can do is accept his calls and not punch him in the face. That's the least that you can do. You didn't even want to do that. You didn't even want to give the man any kind of respect. So my thing to you is, you're not smart with tricking these men. Because you were in a car, Destiny, real comfortable. You were just a trick. Well, you don't know how to work these tricks, because you got to give them a little bit of honey just to keep them hooked on. You got to give them some bait. You didn't cuss your trick out. So that's why you lost your car and your credit card in the same damn day, because you don't know how to work your trick. I'm not saying that I do, because I realized I was giving this advice out like, I got tricks. I don't have no. You think I'd be living like this if I had tricks? I love y'all, but I would not be on here. Okay. I would be posting them videos at these like lavish restaurants and lavish hotels on a private jet, but not showing anybody and not explaining how I have this money. Every now and then just showing a Rolex watch with me holding his hand, just a little Rolex, blurring out everything else so y'all can't like detect him. Baby. A mess. The life that I will live if I just grew up differently. I kind of mourn it. Just a little bit. But I love me. Anyway, she doesn't know how to trick a man. She's not good at it. Because I'm just like, why are you cussing him out? Why are you punching him in the face and telling him he's a trick and you need that credit card in that car? Use a dummy, and you put yourself in this situation. Now you're going to be eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. No more pizza. No more other little bar meals that you like to get. No more getting drunk. No more taking out women who are you met at the furniture store. No more of that, because you don't know how to keep your mouth shut and you're going to be on the bus. You're not good at tricking, honey. So you sitting over there proud. You were just a trick to me. Well, you don't know how to trick. You're not good at it. So maybe you should go, on the straight and narrow. Before I go on, we got a super chat from Stella. Stella said, Destiny needs lessons from season 1 Lizzie. Absolutely. Thank you so much for the super chat, Stella. We got another super chat from our girl, Lynn Williams. Lynn said, then Destiny had the nerve to threaten damage to his other car. No worries. She'll be seeing Lindsay in a few. Yes. Thank you so much for the super chat, Lynn. like on camera. I'm gonna get him back. I'm gonna get him back. I'm gonna mess up his other car. Like you just enjoy prison. You enjoy some prison because I just don't understand why you were even thinking about doing that, why you are saying that you're doing it on camera, and why you are assaulting this man on camera. If he wanted to get petty, he could do that. He could report you for assault. He could do, and this is the evidence that he has. And you could go back to prison because you're clearly on probation. And the only reason why you haven't even had your court case about if you should go to prison for, 2 or 27 years is because of COVID. Not because the judge had leniency on you and dismissed everything. They just postponed it because we're in a pandemic. Not smart. Not smart. And I will say that because Shawn got the best of her, I think she was just out of it. I don't think she was as controlled as she could have been because this dude who she thinks so poorly of and was just tricking was able to trick her because she never saw that coming. She never saw him taking that car back. So then she tries to get the upper hand again by jumping on the tow truck. And she's just like, I got to get my stuff out. And if you don't want to pop this trunk and open this car, then so I can open this trunk so I can get my stuff, then I'm not moving. So what about that? Like she was so happy, right? And Shawn was like, well, I can't do it because I don't have the keys. And she's like, well, I guess you have a problem because I'm not moving. Yeah, dude. I'm not moving. What? So Shawn goes in the car and pops the trunk. Destiny's face. There was nothing she could do. The poor girl was just caught. She was just like, wow, dude, I hate your guts. Girl. I don't know why she didn't know that you could pop a trunk that way inside of the car. Like, I don't know why she didn't think of that. Maybe she was just so pissed. She just thought that, he was going to leave the car there. He was going to make the tow guy put the car down so she can pop the trunk and drive over the car. I don't know what she thought was going to happen, but man, when he went in that car and popped that trunk, she sat there in silence. Because there was nothing she could do. She just got her bad. She was like, oh, wow, dude, you're gross. I hate you, dude. Like, I hate your guts, dude. Because there was nothing she could do. There was nothing she could do. She gave him a problem and he gave her a solution within seconds and the girl was done. There was nothing that she could do. I was like, oh, he got you. Oh, that molasses brained man got the upper hand. That's what pissed her off because she thinks that she's so far ahead of him, right? She thinks that she's running circles around him and he just ran the biggest circle around her and she didn't know what to do. So now, because she can't get the best of him, she just starts insulting him. Oh, you're old, dude. I didn't even want you, dude. And then the sister, ma'am, you got other problems, okay? Worry about that fupa and them high-waisted jeans. Why are you over here defending your sister in her mess? Why? She starts cussing out Shawn, get off my property. Like, how could you? Like, you're backing your sister up in this foolishness. You should be the one telling your sister, first of all, stop doing all that damn screaming in front of my home. My neighbors don't know me like this. But this is probably an Airbnb. Like, I don't think this is her place. Her sister just don't give me, this is the kind of home that she would keep. I'm sorry. I just don't get that from the sister. But she's like jumping in, trying to demean Shawn with Destiny. And I'm like, you're supposed to be the responsible one, right? You're supposed to be the one that has some sense. If this is your home, why are you allowing all of this mess to go on? First of all, I would not tell my sister, oh, yo, your car is getting towed. I will walk out there, okay, in shades, maybe a mask so my neighbors can't see my face. And I'll be like, excuse me, what's going on? What's happening here? You're towing a car. It's not her name. It says car. Okay, I'm fine with that. Can you do this in the back? I have neighbors. Because no shade, I'm that neighbor. I would be looking out my curtains. Another car is getting towed. Another car. I told you, she over there selling meth. I told you. Get out. No shade. I've become my grandmother. It is what it is. Before we go on, we got a super chat from Chantel. Chantel said, I enjoyed seeing her gather I enjoyed seeing her gather her last bit of dignity. She needs to look after her 5 kids. Girl, bye. I can't believe she has 5 kids that we have never seen and she's never mentioned. Thank you so much, Chantel. Lynn Williams said, Lynn Williams said the super chat, and she said, even Forrest Gump knew what love is. Thank you so much, Lynn Williams, for the super chat. And thank you, Chantel. But her sister is, listen, not smart, because I wouldn't have done it. I would have been like, okay, that's fine. You can continue the tow. We are not going to stop you. Can you do it down the street or in the back? Like not in front. Not in front. And then I would tell my sister, get off of that tow truck and get down here and get inside. I can't believe you are doing this in my home. You know, I would be cussing her out. Because Destiny, no shoes on, jumping on the tow truck, dude, I'm not moving, dude. Like making a whole scene. And then you join in and embarrass yourself with her in front of your home. It's not your home. It's an Airbnb. Or maybe you're that girl. Maybe you are that girl. You give me, her sister gives me that she's the girl who will fight like her ex's new girlfriend at the mall food court. Like, you know what I mean? Like just low. She gives me that. She gives me throwing smoothies at a Jamba Juice over a dude. No, not Jamba Juice, Smoothie King. That's what she gives me. She gives me that she's that girl. Pathetic and sad. And can I just say this? Destiny. It always leads back to Kelly. I told y'all. This whole mess is over Kelly because she could not punk and intimidate that woman. That's what that whole thing is about. That's what that whole thing is about. That's why she got out of Dodge with that man, because she knew she could not control him or the situation if Kelly was still in his life. Because this woman looks at this man and says, why can't you just pay for everything for me? Why can't I have the car? And why can't I keep your credit card? You do all of that and more for Kelly. She gave him 6 children. He should be doing that. I can't believe you think that you should get the same treatment as Kelly. She pulled 6 of his children out of her vagina. She can get that and then some. She should be getting more. You're lucky that she's not asking for more, because she should be getting it. I can't believe you thought that you were supposed to get the same thing as Kelly. Why is she still on your brain? Why is her name still on the tip of your tongue? Because you finally met somebody you couldn't trick, you couldn't get over on, you couldn't intimidate. That's what it is. You met your match and better. You met your match and better. This one moment that you had with this woman at a restaurant, was it a restaurant, like a local diner? Wherever it was at, that one moment shook you to your core. Kelly got you looking stupid, and you don't even know. You don't even know, because Destiny has not been the same since she sat down with Shawn and Kelly. She has not been. I wish I would let another child. I wish I would let another person, another woman, get me like this. Even if I was like that, you would never see it. You done showed Kelly that she got you shook. You're not smart. You're not smart. In the words of NeNe Leakes, you're not smart, Destiny. You are not smart. Let's get into the foolishness that is Michael and Sarah. What is there to say? Like, it's just sad. Michael and Sarah are playing house again. Sarah is once again happy again because, you know, the father of her children, her husband, is finally staying in her home. Is he bathing? Because I feel like I've seen him in this same outfit since they had that fight at the local Best Western. You know, and Michael don't give me clean. I need to see his fingernails. He don't give me that he washes all the time. I feel like he's that kind of guy that's just like, he'll hit his pubic hairs like every 3 days. But I just don't get clean from him. And also, who's doing his hair? Somebody is finally doing that man's hair. Did he get this? Is this like a hairstyle he was holding on for the last time he was in prison? Anyway, she's just happy that he's back in her home. They're playing house again. Michael calls this their dream life because he knows that he's going to wake up and go back to reality and torment and destroy this woman on national TV again. So he calls it a dream because he can get away with it in the dream, because he's about to rock that woman's world with, reality. And I told you guys that I don't feel bad for her, and I'm gonna stop feeling bad for her. I lied. I watched this episode and I felt bad because she's so happy. She's so happy when this man acts right and treats her right. She loves seeing him, play with their daughters. And she was like so giddy. Like whenever she is around this man, she is so happy when he acts right, when he treats her right. It's like Malcolm never gave her this joy, and he was so good to her. She wants Malcolm to be Michael, right? She wants Malcolm to treat her the way Michael did. But if Michael doesn't do that, she's okay, just as long as she has him in her presence and he makes her believe that she's the only one. She is, no shade, Sarah, no shade. I'm just being real. You are the perfect professional athlete wife, right? Where you're okay with things happening just as long as you don't know about it. Not even professional athlete. You are a great gangster wife as well, right? Michael is not much of a gangster, but you are the kind of girl who will, not know nothing, but know something is going on. But just as long as you can live in this fantasy world with this man, you'll be fine, right? You know that there's crack stuffed in your walls. You know that. But you act like you don't see him removing panels and stuffing your walls with coke. You act like you don't see it because after he puts that panel up, he's acting like this pristine father, and you would rather take that than have nothing at all, knowing that you might do a bid in prison for 20 years. But as long as while he's here, it's great, you'll accept it. That's really sad. It's really, you're too young. No woman should ever waste her 20s on a man. Why are you doing that? Are you evangelical? Like that? Those are the only girls I know. Like either you're evangelical or this man is going to in the army. Like that's the only thing that would make sense, right? Your religion is making you do it, or you're trying to marry this man and have what you have now because you don't know if he coming home. Like that's the only thing that would make sense. You are willingly doing this, and there's like nothing attached to it. You got 2 kids with him. Okay. That means you just have to be miserable. She just wants to live in this la-la land with this man. And he knows it. That's the thing that is so upsetting, is that he knows that he's going to harm her again. That's why he calls it the fantasy, the dream. You know what I mean? He's talking to the camera in his confessional, laughing about how he can have sex with her whenever, right? He's just like, yeah, we do our little thing. We have our sex. Like laughing, knowing that this woman is acting like we'll know that he banging her every night, right? And she's just like, oh no, we're not, we're just, because she's embarrassed by it, because she knows that she looks foolish, but she's so in love with him, she doesn't care. So even when her friend calls, what's her friend's name? Emmy? The kid's real father. When the kid's real father calls, she is like excited, talking to her girlfriend, catching up, and then she sees Michael and that 5-head walk by. She was like, is that Michael? I hollered, because what girlfriend wouldn't do that? What girlfriend wouldn't do that? Like, she didn't even like say, take me off of FaceTime, take me off of speaker. She was like, is that Michael? And so then, Sarah has to get up and run to the other room because she knows that, the kid's real father is about to drag, Michael for Phil, which is what she does. And then Sarah is lying about the relationship, saying that he's not, living there. He's going to leave soon. She's going to give him a son. She is going to give that man a son. And that's going to be such a nightmare for everybody involved. Everybody involved. My God, today, Sarah, you don't need this. Are the men where you live tender-eyed? Like, are there not any fine men who treat the women right? Because you know what? I'm going to be real. Are there no black men? Because you don't want a Malcolm, right? You want something black, right? But I feel like, just like Andrea, you can get a black man who is a recovering criminal who will treat you right. Andrea was able to get it. You know what I mean? There are Black men who have dipped and dabbled in criminal activity and sometimes still dip and dabble because I feel like you still like that too. You still like, you want that belly lifestyle. So I feel like you can find that, but I think you can get a good one. I think, can I be real? She wants to, the thrill that some kind of culture she's trying to get. And I'm telling you, girl, I think the culture that you are chasing, the cultural lifestyle that you are chasing, I don't think you really know what it is. I really don't think you know what it is because let's be real, Michael's a criminal, but he's like a low level criminal. You know what I mean? I think you're chasing something that if you catch it, you gonna. It's my channel. I can be real. You gonna turn white real quick. Real quick. Sarah gonna turn in the camera real quick when she finally get that lifestyle that she chasing. What? Black women in the hood. Why are we making this look so fun? I don't know what it is. Everybody wants it, but we gotta stop making it look like Disneyland. For some reason, we are making this look so delicious. What is it? And I don't know if that I don't know about stuff and drugs and panels and stuff. I heard somebody say that allegedly, like child, I'm so glad I got out of Philadelphia. I would be Sarah anyway. No, I wouldn't. I got some sense. Anyway, she's happy with this man. She is happy with this man living, this fantasy because the next episode, it seems like he's going to be back to his old ways. He's going to break her out of this fantasy and, make her live in reality again. And she's going to be back to being this, tormented wife, baby mama. And we're just going to go through this cycle with her until they stop bringing these two back from the show. Speaking of Black, fun criminals, Lamar, Andrea and Lamar. I love this couple. I always say it. I enjoy them because I think that these two are the real deal. I think this is really like a love at the lockup. I think these two are really in love with each other. I think they were in love before he went. I think they were in love while he was in prison. And I know they are even more deeply in love after. And honestly, if Andrea wasn't so nuts, I would love to watch a spinoff of this, like just watch this family. I would love to have like a wholesome, like the Chrisleys. I would love to have a wholesome show with this family. But Andrea, she soiled every opportunity that they can probably get for having something like this. Because the opening scene where Andrea is talking to Priscilla and she's getting ready and she's just like, well, me and your dad are going to go on a date and we're going to kiss. And Priscilla's like, Mom, you didn't have to tell me that. Such a cute and adorable moment. Like, I would love to see a wholesome family show with them, but Andrea would just ruin it with her antics. So unfortunate. So unfortunate. That aside, I still do love this couple. So while they're going out on their date and while they're preparing, Andrea walks out and she sees that Lamar got her a car. Cute, right? I'm glad that she was happy. I'm glad that they both were happy. My thing is, I gotta be real, Lamar. I would want you to get her nice housing first before you get her a car. Now, I looked at the cloth, right? The cloth that was on the seating of the car looked a little used, right? Nothing wrong with a used car. Looked like it had a couple previous owners. So I know you probably didn't spend a lot on the car. I know the car note was probably not a lot. Love the gesture for your wife, but I feel like for me, I would want you to start with a nice home first, or it doesn't even have to be something extravagant, just a home that doesn't look condemned. No shade, but what they're living in looks like it was demolished and they went there and they took some Gorilla Glue and tried to put that home back together. It does not look like a safe place to live. It looks like an abandoned auto shop. I gotta be real. If this is how you're living, if your kitchen, if the dirt and crust is so deep that you can't lift it off of the panels on your what are those things called? Towels. If you can't lift the filth off the tiles that is on your kitchen counter, maybe you should think about different housing. The car, is that a priority right now? I think it's housing. You got wig and weave stains on your wall. Your closet was falling apart. You had like barbed wire in your backyard. For me, I feel like it would be housing but that's just me. Glad he got your car. Glad you two are in love and in a good place. But I was just like, priorities. I'm sorry. I was just like, y'all need to focus on housing first, because bleach and Lysol can't lift up what's on that kitchen cabinet. Anyway, that kitchen counter. Anyway, that's just me, Lamar. I love y'all. I do love this couple, but I'm just like, car or not a condemned home. I would say not condemned home, but that's just me. Anyway, Brittany and Marcelino. Brittany, I think I'm gonna stop covering Brittany. It's too much. This is like, I'm gonna be real with you. I never knew a human could have a life like this. Brittany's life is like all of Tyler Perry's plays, 3 of his TV shows, and like 15 of his movies in one. Like, all of this stuff has happened to this woman, and I'm like, how is this possible? It's every episode, guys. We can never call it. Every episode, it's something else. Something that you would never think. Stephen King can't write this. Stephen King cannot write this. Like, girl, this episode, I just wasn't ready. Like, Brittany opens up with, my mom was in an explosion in my dad's, in a home next to my dad's cabin, and she had 3rd-degree burns all over her body. And then we got pictures of her mother with a tube in her mouth and burns all over her body. And Brittany is just like, yeah, I jumped parole, or, I left my parole where I couldn't leave. I took a risk to come see my mom. This is all like in the first 2 minutes. And I'm like, what, girl? This is not funny, but I'm just like, Brittany, we got to get another couple on here. It's too much. This is too much. Then after this, Brittany is talking to Marcelino. It's just like, yeah, I'm going to take my mom back to the place, to the home that she exploded in. I'm going to take her back there to face her demons. Do you hate her? Why would you do that? That just seemed so cruel to me. And then she brings her mom there. Her mom's like, Brittany, I can't go any farther. Like, I almost died, girl. I can't go any farther. Then when she starts getting sick, and then she reveals that she tried to commit suicide. It's too much, Brittany. Listen, I'm glad that you and your family are comfortable with the cameras, but sweetie, you don't got to tell us everything. You do not have to tell us everything. And is your mother getting the same check as you? Because I feel like she has given us everything. The mother has given us everything. Is she getting paid like she's a friend of the show? She needs to be getting paid like she's a main cast member. Because my God, today, she tells everything. Everything. She was just like, Brittany, I didn't want to be here anymore. And I'm like, what? Now we're in the suicide? It's too much. It's too much. We have watched her battle with her addiction, right? Then we have watched her get berated by her awful mother, Caucasian Jabba the Hutt. We have watched her get berated by this woman and had this woman say to her after she told her that your friends was coming in and out of the drug house that you raised me in and raping me. After she says this, the mother said, I didn't put the crack pipe in your mouth. We have watched her go through that. Then we have watched your dad prance his new woman in front of her face and then go out, take you out back and have him talk about how he don't never want to be with her again. Now we're back to the cabin where she tried to kill herself. Girl, is too much. We got to back off. Y'all have to go to Disneyland or something. We got to have some joy. Now, at some point, you got to take your life back. I'm sorry. I am so glad that she has opened up and, you are reality TV gold. But honey, we don't need to know nothing else. Because I just can't believe that you are not 92. Oh, wait, she even 30? All this stuff has happened to you? Girl, write a book. But you got to stop with this show. It's too much. It is too much for Brittany. Every time I know that Brittany is going to be on an episode, I'm like, oh God, let me brace myself because I don't know what this woman is going to say. It's too much. It is too much of a trip. This is a reality TV. This is train wreck TV. We want to come here and laugh. You know what I mean? Have a little cackle about the messiness that is this show. And then Brittany comes on and it's just like, why am I crying? Like, you know what I mean? You just start crying. You want to, I can't even do what I really want to do because I got to do the live right after this. I just want to crawl up in my bed, put on some Fred Hammond, and just cry unto God after Brittany comes on this show. It's too much, girl. It's too much. Y'all got to do something fun. Take the kids to Disneyland. Maybe go to Bali for like a family vacation. Go to the spa. I want to see you do something uplifting. I want to see you do something fun. I want to see you enjoy life. This is too depressing. I think it's also, we're in a pandemic. We're in a financial crisis. We're on the brink of a race war. If we're going to tune into you, we need to be entertained. I'm not being entertained. When the mom was just like, I didn't want to be here anymore, Brittany. I was like, okay, it was too much. Now we're in the suicide. I'm done. Next week, I need some joy, Brittany. I know you won't bring it. I know you won't bring any joy. I'm just saying, if you get another season, they will definitely bring you back because you tell all your business and your family business. I just want her to have some joy next season. I really, really do. It's too much. We've seen enough. In the words of Taylor from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Brittany, enough. No more. Keep your business to yourself. Make up some lies. Tell us some lies. Next season, no more. I'm done. Let's move on to Amber and Puppy. Amber finally tells her mother, Amber, you're not a lesbian. I'm sorry. You're just not. I think you most definitely was a lesbian until release date. And the way Puppy is talking, you ain't even let her touch the coochie. Like, I don't even think you were participating in lesbian activities. I think that you just needed a friend and you knew that Puppy wanted more than friendship. So maybe you would let her rub on a titty or something like that. But you would never, you're not that girl. You're not that girl. And I also think that Amber is doing the same thing that she was doing to Puppy in prison. Amber needs housing. I think she can't because her mother's a felon as well. I don't think she can parole to her home where her mother is staying. So she needs somebody who will allow her to stay there. But wait, she's paroled there with Puppy. I don't know how the situation works. But, for some reason, Amber isn't living with her mother. I wouldn't live with that mother either. So I get it, right? But I think she's doing to Puppy the same thing that she was doing to her in prison. I think she is like giving her minimal affection, minimal like lesbian tease to stay at that home. She's not a lesbian. She's playing gay. She is playing gay for housing. Amber, this isn't a good look. So anyway, she tells her mom about her boyfriend that's about to get out of prison, the one that she was with for 4 years, and how they had a bad relationship. They were both on meth, and they were both dealing meth, and he's getting out, and she is back with him. And the mom, the drug kingpin mama, I'm gonna say this: if your mother, who is a drug kingpin, tells you that the man that you are dating is not a good guy for you, I will listen, because I think she knows who's a good guy and who's a bad guy. Especially who a bad guy is. I will listen to her. The mom was like, their relationship was terrible. And my daughter is not her best, her healthiest when she's with him. And I'll be honest with you, from the looks of that man's tattoos, he don't seem like he make good decisions. And I just don't think that Amber needs to be with that guy. But, she told her mom, I love him. It's like the way Amber lit up talking about this incarcerated drug dealer, the way her face lit up talking about him, we've never seen her light up like that for anybody, not even Puppy. She said, I love him. That's why I'm back with him. Didn't even listen to all the things her mom said. She said, I love him. I love him. I love that man. All right, girl. All right. All right. Like the thing is, the sad part about Amber is that I think she would be somebody who would be a success story, right? I think she could be a success story like Brittany. Unfortunately, everybody in her life wants to pull her back into that lifestyle because her mother, anytime they, talk, anytime Puppy brings up a scam or something criminal, the mother's like, yeah, let's do it. Like, ma'am, are you not done thugging? You are still ready to get into some criminal activity, even on camera? She's always game. She's always game to commit a crime. And Puppy is having a really hard time going on, being on the straight and narrow because she just doesn't enjoy it. Puppy does not enjoy not being a criminal. Like that's basically what she said this episode. She was just like, I, try to make the right decisions, but a lot of times I don't. And I don't want to make those decisions because I don't want to live a boring life. I'm sorry. Do you have to deal drugs to have an interesting life? I feel like life could be fun, but I think that Puppy's high is making bad decisions. I think she's attracted to chaos. That's what I think. I think if everything is going great in Puppy's life and there's no issues, she doesn't enjoy it. She's a chaos chaser. That is her high. It's not heroin, it's not Amber. Her high is chaos. She likes when things are jacked up for some reason. She revels in it because there's no reason. I mean, I know that scene was set up, but it's just like there's no reason for you to be looking at that liquor at that home that you were cleaning with that abusive boss. Like, I know that girl was your friend from prison, but you need to let her know that you are no longer in prison. The way she was talking to Puppy, girl, clean that. I'm not touching that. You better get out of here. Don't you steal nothing. I would have been like, oh, hell no. That's okay. I'm going to go to Rite Aid and apply for a job because who are you? Why was she talking to her like that? And I was just like, do you really need this job? Or is she turning it up for the cameras? Because that lady was just mean. She was just, Puppy, what are you doing? You better get over there and clean that. That's okay. I would have left all that trash right there and walked out. Like, no. Oh, no. Not even drug dealers treated me like this, girl. But I think that's Puppy's thing. I think she's attracted to chaos. I think she thinks that if she's not, committing criminal activities, that, she's not living. She's not enjoying life. I'm like, ooh, you need help. Puppy needs help. And does she also look high in the confessionals? She looks like she's a little, enhanced, like something is happening. Or not enhanced, but it seems like she's coming down from something in the confessionals. Poor thing. She's going to be back in prison. She's not, Puppy is not happy being normal. She's just not. Puppy needs to commit crimes to live. Like that's what she enjoys. And I feel like Amber could be a success story if she got away from everybody in her life. If she cut that man off that she's in love with, if she cut off her mama, if she cut off Puppy, because now they want to go back and Puppy and Amber's mom wants to go confront Vince about forging her name and all that stuff. And this is the thing. They could just submit that to the lawyer that Puppy was going to hire and have her take care of it, right? But Puppy is a chaos chaser, right? So she wants to go confront Vince. And Amber's mother is a career criminal, right? So she wants to harm Vince because she was saying, we won't do anything bad, but we're just going to make sure that he, gives you your money. We're going to make sure that he does that. But we won't do anything illegal. Ma'am, what? What? They are criminals and they enjoy it. They enjoy that life. They don't want to live a life where they are not scamming, robbing, stabbing, selling dope. Like that's what they enjoy. And Amber is always like, oh, I don't want to do that. No, I don't think it's a good idea. She's always saying no, but somehow saying yes in her actions when she goes along with the people in her life. And I think she needs to cut all of those people off because if she doesn't, Amber's going to end up back in prison with her mother and with Puppy and with that man. Her man, the guy that she's so in love with, just by looking at him, girl, where is he gonna work? Where's that man gonna work? You think he's gonna be a Trader Joe's cashier? Look at that man. He's gonna go back to criminal behavior. Where else can he work? Michael's, really? No. He's going to go back to selling dope. He's going to go back to robbing or whatever he was doing. This is the thing. Amber's environment is toxic. Unlike Brittany, I don't think that her environment won't affect her. I feel like Brittany is doing a really good job, handling the toxic environment that she continues to stay in because she has Marcelino, who is always holding her up and covering her and protecting her. Amber doesn't have that. She doesn't have that. So I see this going bad for everybody involved, especially Amber. Oh, you got to cut them people off. But she won't. Anyway, John and Christiana. Christiana, what were they feeding you in prison? I know the food can't be good. So what was going on? Because Christiana was like, yeah, honey, I gained a couple pounds. When Christiana walked out of that prison, I said, who the hell is this? Who the hell is this, Christiana? What happened? Is the food good or are there hormones in the food? They could be testing stuff out on prisoners. That could be it too. Because I'll be real with you. Everybody child, let me just tell my business. Everybody that I know that has went to prison has either come out skinnier or buffed. I don't know anybody who got big, like who looked like they were enjoying the food. I don't know anybody who got big. All the people I know lost a lot of weight and hated it in there, did not enjoy any of the food, or they got really, really buff. I've never seen somebody come out of prison like Christiana. Never. I was just like, oh, okay. All right. What the hell are they making in there? What the hell are they making in prison that you gained? She wasn't even gone for a year, right? Wasn't Christiana in there for like 9 months? What was going on in prison? It got to be hormones. It got to be something in that food. I don't think the food was that good that she was eating everybody's servants. I don't think that. They pumped her full of something. And they also stressed her the hell out because Christiana, 36 wear. Whole front of her head is gray. What happened to our girl in prison? They put her through it. Christiana looked like her and her mother are the same age. Girl, 36. I ain't never seen nobody that gray. Oh, what they do to you in prison? Because this is the thing, right? From the way she looked, it looks like she had went through a lot in prison. But then we see her walking out. She like, bye. I don't know what was going on in this prison. Bye, y'all. Stop. I'll see you. I don't know, but I was just thrown off by it. Anyway, before I continue, I got a super chat from Sway Bay and Anime. Sway Bay and Anime says she probably traded one addiction for. Oh, okay. Sway Bay, that's good. She probably traded one addiction for another. Food addiction is a thing, I think, and you're absolutely right. Not saying that could be it, but I think that's a huge possibility that that's probably what she did. Brittany Mel said Christiana is pregnant. Girl, that would be a twist. Anyway, thank you so much for the super chat, Sway Bay and Anime. They put her through it, but she left like it was a jolly old good time. I don't know. I do not know. So I think somebody in production told Christiana about her sister, because the first thing that she says to John, aside from saying that she wanted to have sex with him, girl, it's okay. None of us believe that, so you don't got to keep on telling us to be like, oh, I'm attracted to him. This is what I want. I can't wait to suck him off. We don't believe it, but we know you got to do what you got to do to have a roof over your head. You don't got to keep on telling us. We know what it is. Do what you got to do. Stay away from his VIP concession stand. And he got a fridge in that room. Oh, Lord, Christiana, is he setting you up for failure? Anyway, that fridge, how is that sanitary in a bedroom? I ain't never heard of that. A full-size fridge in a VIP concession stand. He is setting our girl up for failure. Anyway, so Christiana asked him about her sister right after she asked about his wee wee. I would just get another job. Anyway, I just felt like either you know your sister to do those things, and if you know your sister to be that girl to try to take your blessings away from you, why would you put her in contact with your man and bring her to the home that you are going to share with him if you know that she's that girl? So either she knows that she's that girl, or somebody in production was just like, your sister is being messy with your man. Why don't you ask him about what was he doing with your sister? Because that's what she asked him, right? And he's like, oh, no, nothing happened. We were, I would not do that because I love you. Even if you didn't do anything physical with her, John, you did allow her to put her leg on top of your leg, and you did allow her to straddle you, and you also were emotionally cheating with this woman because you were saying on camera, if Christiana was not a part of the picture, something would have happened with you and Terrible. That's what you said. So you are cheating on her. I know you may think that cheating is just physical, but once you emotionally cheat, you're already out the door. That's actually worse. Because, listen, you're going to bust a nut, you're going to bust a nut, okay? Things happen, right? You can get aroused over anything. There are people, not me, but, I do know people who get aroused by cinnamon rolls, especially if the, powdered sugar is mixed just right and it's dripping up. Not me though, but it happens, right? You can get aroused just by anything. But when you give somebody else your heart, how you gonna walk away from that? So you're emotionally cheating with this woman. Your heart and everything is entwined with her. That's going to be a problem. And that's probably something that you need to tell your wife, that you have made a connection with her sister. Her sister has made an imprint on your soul. You got to tell your wife that. I don't know who told Christiana, but the messy mother. The messy mother told Christiana. And so next episode, we're probably going to see her sister get into a fight. Lord, good. It's time. Somebody got to stomp out Terrible. Anyway, so John is still acting like we don't have him on camera in 4K, emotionally cheating on Christiana. So he's, hoping, well, I hope that my wife doesn't find out about this. You're on TV doing this mess. What are you? Don't play me, John. Play checkers. Anyway, so, hold on. Before I go on, let me acknowledge the super chat from Soyla. Soyla said, I hope you're having a great weekend, and I just want to say how much we love your content. Thank you so much. Thank you, Soyla. Thank you for the super chat, and thank you for the support. So anyway, John makes Christiana get a COVID test, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, it's fair. But he made it seem like he made her get the COVID test before he had sex with her. And I'm like, excuse me. Excuse me, sir. First of all, we've seen your car. We've seen your home. We've seen your front porch. If you don't have COVID by now, you're fine. You're fine. Because COVID is all over that neighborhood, that town you staying in, that home. I know it's all up and down that fridge that you got in your room. If you don't have COVID now, you're fine. You can let Christina hop up on you without a test. I was so embarrassed. And I'm just like, you did that so you can have sex with him in the woods? Oh, women. Oh, women. How do you just let them treat you like that? Ugh. Especially when they're not cute and broke. Child, I can understand. A man with some money. You thinking about, should I leave this situation? I understand you hesitating, right? Because it's like, where am I going to go? Oh my God. He brought me another Chanel. Oof. I gotta go, but maybe I'll wait. I understand. But that filthy, what was that? A Camaro? What was that filthy beat up car he was driving? That front porch. That front porch, they got all that abandoned stuff in the front. Looks like a maze in hell. And you making her get a COVID test? Okay. Ooh, you think too highly of yourself. You think too highly of yourself. Anyway, she gets the test, the COVID test for him, and goes into the woods. I thought he was going to take her to a hotel, motel, but he takes her right into the woods. And Christina, she just pops that fupa on that man and just pins him to the tree and goes to town. Women. We just keep on diving for that bar. And it is like, I'm telling you, that bar is past hell. It's like, it's in the abyss. It is in the abyss. And women just dive down to get it daily. Oh, oh God, Christiana, I'm so glad you're going to beat up your sister next episode. She deserves it. She deserves it. I want better for you. I want better for you. But, you know, you seem to like it where you're at with John. So, girl, if you like it, I love it. Anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about in this review. If you are just here for the review, beloved, it ends right now. Yeah. Let's get into the chit chatter. Okay, so y'all really think that Christiana is pregnant? By who? By who? Y'all think she's pregnant by John? Wouldn't that be a twist if Christiana is just like, well, you know, one night me and the guard got drunk. And when I had a moment, girl, that would be the twist of the century. And you know what? I wouldn't put it past this show. I wouldn't put it past this show. Miss Gigi88 said, right, my husband said 36. Christiana looked like what she's been through. Yeah. I will say she gave me in her 30s or like early 40s, early mid 40s. She gave me that before she went back to prison. When she came out, I was just like, who the hell is this? It didn't, she looked like her mother. It did not. She looked like her mother today. It did not like it. She did not look like Christiana. Love you too, Gloria. Jacqueline said, I think after you get off of drugs, you pick up weight. That, you know, that could be the case as well. Because you know what? I was thinking about Destiny, who got off of drugs and got really, really skinny. I don't know. Is she okay? What is going on with Destiny? What is going on with Destiny? Because I'm like, is she getting high? Or is she just losing weight? Same thing with Puppy. Puppy is clean and she's losing a lot of weight. But then Puppy was looking like she was on some kind of downers in her confessional. I don't know. I do not know. Paula's picks that Christiana really didn't want to relapse, so she definitely stayed away from drugs inside. Yeah, I think it's just like what Sway Bay Anime said. I think she picked up another addiction, which is food. Listen, I'd rather she have a fupa than a meth addiction. You can get rid of a fupa. That meth, the results of that, you can't fix that. You can't fix what that meth do. Black Lavender said, ain't nothing leaving that chained up fridge. This is the thing about this show. There are so many things that are just not acknowledged that just bothers me. I'm like, we never acknowledge why John has a chain on his fridge. We never acknowledge the fact that Quaylon is like high out of his mind in every scene, even higher in the confessionals. It's just never acknowledged. We never acknowledge that Destiny has lost a lot of weight in a little amount of time. They did the same thing with Tracy and Clint. Like, it was very clear that Tracy and Clint were doing drugs, right? They just made it seem like it was all Tracy. And I'm just like, there's no way that man is not on something. There's no way that he's not ingesting, you know, bleach, Lysol, battery acid. Like, there's no way that man is not on something. Why are we making it all about Tracy? Because she is the only one that talks about it and is honest, right? but they just never like dive into those things. And I'm just like, we need to have these questions answered, because if you're going to film it, why not give us an answer? You're just going to show it and just leave it up to us to try to figure it out. Listen, we like this show, but ain't nobody going to be doing too much of a deep dive on Love After Lockup. Oh, she was in there for 10 months. You know what? I gained 15 pounds during the pandemic. And it's almost been a year. So it's believable. It's believable. Thank God I was able to get my pandemic weight off. Whew, Lord, I still got a ways to go. But that pandemic weight had me stressed out. I was just like, okay, now I know I'm a thick girl, but this ain't me. So I'm back to normal. I'm back to what I was before. But I want to go farther, because why not? I'm in the house. I ain't doing nothing. Keep on auditioning on Zoom. We ain't never going to be able to get to a set because people in LA don't like to wear masks. Yeah, Ryan Round said, what's with the couples on this show and getting it on in the woods or the side of the highway? You know what I think it is? I think it's production trying to save their budget. That's what I think. I think production is convincing them to get it on in the woods because they don't want to pay for a hotel. They don't want to pay for a hotel to film the scene where they only get audio. Hey, Violetta. Sebastian B said, listen, a Cinnabon will make me holler. There is a chef that I follow, and she posted a picture, but she hasn't posted the recipe yet. Baby, when she posts that recipe for them cinnamon rolls, I'm going to make them cinnamon rolls, and we are going to have a time. Me and those cinnamon rolls are going to have a date, baby. Oh, Gracie Ellen said, Nikki, stop. My husband is tripping with the little English. He understands what's going on. Listen, cinnamon rolls are sexy. Cinnamon rolls are sexy. Yeah, Nicole Taylor said the preview said that she was going to beat her sister up, as she should. As she should. Oh, thank you, Graciela. Nathy mother. No. Listen, we do not have confirmed evidence if Christiana's mother is methy, but she messy. She definitely messy. We're not sure if she methy. But, from the way she was talking about where they're from, Butte. Nothing good happens in Butte County. Maybe. Thank you, Nicole Taylor. Nicole Taylor said he made her take a COVID test, but ready to get it on in the woods. And I ain't seen him wear a mask this entire season. The only time he wore a mask was when he was required to wear one because he drove her up to the COVID place to get a COVID test. But you worried about Christiana? Ciao. You rub it up on her messy little sister. You can't tell me she ain't got COVID. She hasn't changed her genes since she moved to their home. And you giving Christiana a COVID test. Chow cheese. You know what, Briella? I thought that too. This is what I think happens. Because Briella said this. How they get the COVID test that fast too, if this was filmed months ago. This is what I think they did. I don't think they actually went to a COVID testing center. I think they made it look like they were at a COVID testing center, but I think they actually just had the person, because every show now has to have a, I won't call it a nurse. I forget the name of it, but it's like a COVID like healthcare person. Like this person makes sure, that everybody is wearing the mask, keeping their distance. They do the rapid testing and things of that nature. They're basically the COVID police, right? So I know all of these shows, a lot of them have rapid testing, which is where you will get your test results within minutes. I know a lot of shows that do that. basically all of the Bravo shows do that. So that's what I probably think happened. I think that Christiana just went to, drove to like the back of where they were filming, and the COVID police gave her a test, a rapid COVID test, and that those were her results. Because I'm just like, how you getting rapid testing where you're located? And they weren't even, a lot of these tests weren't even out to the public. It's not even out to the majority of the public. You getting a rapid COVID test before the president? Girl, bye. Girl, bye. I think she got a rapid test from the COVID police on set. Right? Thank you, Tequila. Tequila was like, he probably got something from the sister. Absolutely. You tested Christiana, but you rub it up and down on that sister in them same jeans that she's been wearing ever since we met her. I know, Briella. Their sexy talk, I can't take it. Briella said when she said she wanted to rip his braids out and do the nasty. I don't like it. I think Christiana does that for the viewers because, that's like her shtick now, right? She knows that is something that will give us all the reaction, probably a cringe moment. I think that's why she does that because, girl, why would you say all that stuff to production about what you want to do to him? Oh, I can't wait to suck him. And girl, you don't got to lie to us. We know what it is. We know what it is. Yes, Shonda, I forgot to talk about that. That bill collector that called while he was driving. And then he going to say to Christiana, who he just picked up from prison, well, your mother and sister staying with me caused me a little financial stress. Okay, then you shouldn't have done it. You should not have done it if they're causing you financial stress. But the sisters are alluding to the fact that he is scamming, that he's back to his old scamming ways. So we don't know if a bill was late, or we don't know if that bill was in somebody else's name. Like, we don't know what John is doing, right? Either he's scamming or he is tapped out because her mother, Christiana's mother and sister, is, taking a lot from him. But listen, Christiana is home now. Pull her mother and her sister out. There goes the financial strain, because if the mother ain't giving you her SSI check, or at least a portion of it, she got to go. You just sitting up in the living room with your breathing machine, taking up space, using electricity, using the water, taking the chain off the fridge and eating the food, but you not contributing to the bills. You and that sister, they gotta go. They gotta go, because the mother is definitely getting some kind of government assistance. We're not gonna lie. If y'all not pulling your food stamps and getting, at least getting the home food, that's the least you can do is, let John take your little EBT card and get some food for the rest of the kids that he can lock up in the fridge. Then you gotta go, because the mother is getting some assistance. She has to be getting some assistance. She has to. If she's not, I'm sorry, I got to be real. If she's not doing some kind of welfare fraud, she's doing some kind of workman's comp fraud. That's what I get from her. So she getting the check. She getting the check. She's just not giving it to John. Then that's the conversation that you'll need to have. If you're going to stay, you are going to have to contribute to the bills in some way. Where is your settlement from Jacoby and Myers, mama? I get that from her. I'm sorry. I get that from her. She gives me pour some olive oil and one of the owls at the market and slip. That's what she gives me. Oh my God, I fell. Why did you leave the olive oil open? That's who she is. She getting a settlement from somewhere. Tell her to put that money up and stop asking John for everything. She got some money. Miss Gigi88 said he was driving a Pontiac, the first Pontiac ever created. Me 2008 said, not amazing hell. It looked like that. Soila said, oh, let's not kick out Christiana's mom, but definitely boot out that sister. Oh, yeah, I wasn't talking about kicking her out. She has to contribute. Now, that needs to be put on the table. If you're not going to contribute, then you do have to go. Because if this man is still taking care of his kids, now he's taking care of Christiana, he was taking care of your sister for a while, and he's taking care of your mother, that's too much. That is too much to put on him. She is getting a check, guys. Let's be real. She is getting some kind of government assistance. There ain't no way. There ain't no way she ain't getting a check. I don't believe it. She has to give some of that up. Some of that up. You spending it on them damn cigarettes. Where you getting money from to buy cigarettes? Give John that money. See, Ryan Brown said mom is definitely on SSI. She can help with the bills. Oh, Dee Dee said, I work in the ER all week, y'all. Don't trust those rapid tests. Patients constantly test negative and then positive on the CPR, on the PCR when that comes in later. True. Jacqueline Chase said, financial stress. The sister said he just got another car and pulled. That's the thing. So we don't know if he's scamming or if the family did put financial strain on him. I think, there had to be something because he brought two people into his home who was not like working. You know what I mean? Because they were about to get put out of their other place. So something happened, but I think that I think that the sister and the mother was not helping him out financially. Amy said, hey, Amy. Amy said, I'm glad that Shawn, I think that's his name, you're right, and his car was towed. Destiny really thinks she deserved that car. Some nerve she has. Amy, she also thinks that he should have taken care of her like he does Kelly. I'm like, Kelly, first of all, say he don't give her nothing. But Kelly gave him 6 children. They have 6 kids together. He's going to have to send her money, regardless if she likes him or not, regardless if she's, calling him a trick or not. He still got to send that woman money. They got 6 kids together. Girl. Shout out to the women who give men multiple children. Oh my God. 6 times. 6 times Kelly went through that with or for Shawn. God bless you. God bless you. That's a really great question, Taylor Ann. Taylor Ann said, where are the mothers of John's kids? And can I just say, if he has custody of all those children, the mothers probably are in terrible shape. Because if he was deemed as the responsible parent, what the hell was going on with those mothers? The cousins that he married and dated and had kids with. What was going on with them? Where are they from? Amy, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the super chat. Amy said, the nerve of Destiny. Girl, thank you so much, Amy, for the super chat. Out of her mind. Like you punched him in the face and then said, why can't I keep the car? Destiny, your attitude is good. It has ruined so much of your life. It's going to continue to ruin your life because you don't get it. You don't get it. Y'all, she got a settlement. I'm telling you right now, she looks like she got a settlement. If it wasn't workman's comp, she sued a supermarket for a slip and fall, or she faked like getting hit by somebody's car. That's what she gives me. She gives me settlement. Thank you, Paula's Picks. Paula's Picks said everybody in that house collecting funds from somewhere. Let's be real. We see it. We see it. We know what this is. We see it. No, Coos Gurley, I think he said he had 11 kids. Are they all living in that place? Because it doesn't seem to be like there's a lot of rooms. We need the tea. This is what I'm saying about Love at the Lockup. There's so many unanswered questions. Like y'all keep on saying that Destiny has 5 kids. She has never mentioned her children. If she has them, I don't know. Oh, he has 3 kids staying with him, but I think he has 11 kids in total, right? Yeah, we never see Destiny's kids. Yes, Jacqueline, he's still paying for that car plus the insurance. Does Kelly need a car? I would give the car to Kelly. Or, one of his teenagers. Give it to one of them. Because you can't like return a car. You know what I mean? You might as well just pay it out. Soyla said, I think the more we think about John's family, the more sketchy it will get. It's probably best we suspend our disbelief. You're right. For we find out that there's somebody chained under the basement. You're right. Let's not pry anymore before we go looking and actually find something. You're right, Soyla. You are right. Dee said, God bless Kelly, but in the words of the ordained, anointed, Holy Ghost filled, baptized prophetess Nicki Minaj, ain't pushing out his baby till he about to rock. Listen. I think she said they didn't want to get married. I think that interview that she did a while back, she said they didn't want to get married. There are a lot of people who don't want to get married. I think as a woman, I'm just gonna be real. I feel like financially, if you're gonna build a life with this man, you may not want to get married, but nobody respects like the law doesn't respect common law marriages, right? If you want to build a life with this man, marry him. You know what I mean? And it doesn't have anything to do with, this is what society wants. Girl, you need insurance. You know what I mean? Like marriage, legally, there's a lot of stuff that you can get with that. And it's also a lot of stuff that can go wrong. But legally, because something could happen to him, and then you're not the wife, you ain't on nothing, you can't make any decisions. All the stuff go to the mama, and if you and the mama ain't in a good space, then you don't have no jurisdiction over anything. You know what I mean? Like it's best to if that's your life partner, marry the dude. And also, if it don't work out, hello alimony. If you don't make, that's the thing. If you make more, do a boyfriend. Pull an Oprah. If you make more, pull an Oprah. Child. Halle Berry is still heated that she got to pay that baby father what? I think she got to pay him like, I think she's paying him like $15,000 a month. Woo! She hates it. And Wendy Williams too. She had to pay her husband millions. So listen, if you're going to build a life with the man, that's your life partner, marry him if he makes more. If not, girl, okay. Let his mama make the decisions. Who cares? Briella says, Shawn is a better person than me, or maybe he's just that slow because I would have revoked her bond and called the parole officer as soon as she started throwing hands. She has hit him so many times, and then she was laughing because she knew that he wouldn't hit her back. When she was about to hit him, she's like, oh, you're a punk. You're so scared of me. Look. And the sister was laughing, and I'm just like, why are you not pulling your sister back into the home and telling her what she's doing is ridiculous? What kind of sister are you? You want her to go back to prison? Listen, maybe she do. Maybe she don't feel like being bothered with Destiny. Maybe Destiny is a lot. Okay, and she's just like, you know what? When you was locked up, I ain't have to deal with all this stress. Also, Jacqueline said I guess it's something from Soap Dirt, an article on Soap Dirt and Entertainment Tonight shows Destiny and her kids. Wow. They're not even mentioned, and you're running around like we haven't even seen. Wow. We haven't even seen that one child. You haven't said anything about children. You've been running around town. We don't know where you've been, but you never mentioned going to see your kids. Wow. Yep. Black Lavender said Destiny mentions drinking, money, and scamming and drugs, but never her kids. A mess. Yeah, Sarah is attracted to the struggle of. I agree with you, Irene. Why? Graciela, yeah, that's what Kelly said. She said it wasn't a big deal. Like they didn't want to be married, but after 2 kids, I kind of would have wanted a commitment. Yep, now she got 6. But listen, it's Shawn. So I think that's another thing. I think that's another reason why the ladies are, what, not the ladies, why everybody's just like, it's Shawn. It's okay. He doesn't make the best decisions with his money. So would you really want to be married to somebody like that? He doesn't make great decisions. He does not make great decisions. So I mean, I get that she, created children with him, but having him lead your home, what kind of chaos would that be? Oh, Jacqueline, are we talking about Destiny? You think her kids were taken away? Amy, Destiny is just very entitled because Amy said Destiny was standing on the tow truck like she had the right to that car and his monies. What is wrong with her? Are you okay? She's not. She's not. She's very entitled. And I'm telling you, Amy, I feel like the only person who has ever checked her in her entire life, aside from the judicial system, was Kelly. And that's why she never wants to see her again. That's why Destiny took off, left Vegas as soon as Kelly checked her. She was never the same because she's never had that done to her before in her life. Dee Dee said a baby is more of a commitment than a marriage. So I don't get that. I don't want to be married, but I'll have all these kids. She said she ain't want it. She said she did not want to be married to him. Listen, you know what? I would have had a different opinion about it, but I'm watching Married at First Sight. These couples are crazy. Like the women are just like, I can't see my life with him, but I had sex with him 7 times. What are you doing? Because I'm confused. So you just never know. Oh, she don't have custody of any of her kids. Yeah, okay. Would you, as a judge, would you give her custody? Ciao. You think that Destiny's sister is scared of her? That could be true. That could be true. Yep. Jennifer said, I think this was the happiest I've seen Sarah. She was giddy the whole time. And when he like jumped to her on the bed, she was just smiling from ear to ear. She could not stop giggling. We never saw her be like that with Malcolm. We never saw her be like that with him. She loves that man. She's happy with him when he acts right and he treats her right. And I think she's going to stick around until they get old enough where he's too old to do all that running around. And what is that song? Meet me at the altar in your white dress. We ain't getting no younger, so we might as well do it. That's her life. Unless she changes it, right? But I think she's always going to be in a cut, waiting for him to act right. And honestly, there are a lot of women, older and younger, who are like Sarah. Listen, you listen to your grandma long enough, she start telling you some things, and you will be like, why did you stay? But there are a lot of women who stay in that situation because now he's acting right. Now he's good. Now I don't got to worry about him running out there and cheating on me. He's in a wheelchair. He's elderly. He don't feel like all that. He's tired. But when, when everything was functioning and working correctly, he was out there in them streets like Quaylon doing whatever he wanted to do. But now that he just is physically too tired to do all of those things and can't do all of those things, now he's committed. Who wants that kind of life? Sarah, she'll accept it. She will accept that life from Michael because he's not going to do right by her because there are no consequences. She never makes him treat her right, ever. She's always there and available, no matter how he treats her. And he knows that. He talks about that. We got a super chat from my bae, Sway Bay and Anime. Sway Bay and Anime said, speaking of Married at First Sight, do you think that Paige is in an abusive relationship? Because Chris gives me an abuser tease. Thank you so much, Sway Bay and Anime. Absolutely, she's in an abusive relationship. And the show put her there. Oh, I hate that show for what they did to Paige. I hate that show for what they did to Paige, because there is nothing on paper that makes it seem like that would make anybody with a sound mind think that Paige and Chris works. He is an abuser. He is a gaslighter. He is a manipulator, and that woman does not deserve that. That woman does no woman, no human being deserves to be treated like that. He's a terrible guy. He's a terrible guy. He is an abuser. He's not physically putting his hands on her, but he is emotionally abusing that woman. He does it to her daily, daily. You're telling her to her face that you're not attracted to. Like, why would you do that? Why would you go on camera and tell this woman that you're not physically attracted to her and that you date different kind of women, not women like her? So what is she supposed to think? The woman is on camera crying because you literally told her, well, to her, that she's not attractive to you. Absolutely an emotional abuser. Absolutely. Oh, Jennifer, she did. Jennifer said Destiny looked dumb as hell when Shawn popped that trunk. Like, how does she not know how cars work? She just sat there in silence and looked at the trunk and her stuff in the car, and she was just like, wow, dude. She couldn't say anything. Like, that was her only response because she just didn't expect that. And I'm like, how did you not expect for him to do something like that if you don't get the keys? Do you not know how cars work? KT said, when will you see? When will we see your next Married at First Sight recap? The last one was great. Chris is a manipulative narcissist. I just have to edit it. That was the thing. Like, I had a couple auditions this week, so I wasn't able to get to it. And I've been like editing it around my lives. So it should be up soon. Hopefully Saturday. I don't want to like give you a date and then it doesn't happen, but you know, Saturday, hopefully. I hopefully can get Married at First Sight and Basketball Wives see you on Saturday. That is Saturday evening because I'm still editing. And actually, I got to get out of here because I got to watch Drag Race and Little Women because I want to give you guys Little Women too. But Married at First Sight is just it's long. It's a long one. It really. I'm trying to make it short, but Lord. Whew, that Chris got me heated. Anyway, we got a super chat from Sway Bay and Anime. Sway Bay and Anime said, thank you. Here is $10 for saying that because everyone is blaming Paige. Thank you. Most people cannot recognize abuse. Oh, thank you so much, Sway Bay and Anime. Thank you. Oh, yeah, I'm not surprised if people are blaming Paige. I'm never surprised when Black women get the short end of the stick. But I can also see where people are coming from too, right? But let's just be real. It's Chris. It's all Chris. He's terrible. He's a terrible guy. Terrible. Oh, I can't talk about that man anymore. I can't. Y'all will see it. Y'all will see it in the review. I can't. Stella said, not sure if anyone has said this, but Michael looks like the tiny girl sister from. Oh my God, Stella, no. I hate that I can see it. I hate that I can see it. KT said, Chris has been clapping back at YouTubers. Why don't he clap at himself? He clap at everybody else but himself. He never looks at the man in the mirror. Oh, baby. He don't want it with me. He don't want it with me. Because, nope. I'm not letting that man take me there. I'm better than that. I'm better than that. Gracie Ellis said, like she was Sarah's girlfriend. We all know she loves Sarah. Emmy just wants better for her. She really, I think that's her name. I'm going to call her Emmy. Crystal said, I don't think that people are blaming Paige. I think probably what Sway Base on Twitter. Listen, when I did my Married at First Sight review, there were people in the comment section, saying that Paige needs to take responsibility. I absolutely agree, but this is all Chris. This is all Chris. This is all Chris. Yeah, Michael is, I don't think he has a mental issue. I just think he's somebody who's been coddled. I don't think he's ever had to grow up because his parents, to me, especially that mother, I feel like the women in his life coddle him. And they just spoil that man and makes him believe that it's everybody else. Nobody, challenges him to be better. Nobody. Everybody in his life just takes care of him. And Paige just walked right into that. walked right into being his caretaker. He's never had to grow up. DPS Sons, hey, said Nikki, in Queens, New York City, there are plenty of urgent care centers that do rapid testing, some for free. Oh, absolutely in New York. Absolutely in New York. I'm not surprised by that at all. I'm not surprised by that at all. Chevelle and that whole outfit. I was like, where are you going, Chevelle? She looked like a ratchet pirate. Like this whole outfit. I was like, Chevelle. Leanne, thank you for the super chat. Leanne said it's 5 a.m. here, just coming through to support. Thank you so much, Leanne. Thank you for the super chat. Oh my God. Irene said Michael's fingers look like ET fingers. I don't want to see his fingers. He just does not seem like he bathes. I feel like he's been wearing the same outfit the whole season. That's what I feel like. Oh, you're welcome, DPS Sons. You made a good point. I try to shout out everybody that I can, catch. Yellowbone is trying to upgrade her look. Listen, it's time. Oh, so Brittany Mel, thank you so much. Brittany Mel said D-Mark did an interview on YouTube. That's Chevelle's real cousin. First, second, third, 30th. How close are they? I mean, we can see that they're close. This is the thing. They could be close, and D-Mark could be turning it up for the show, or this could just be, a really close cousin relationship. It happens. Who is that? Rudy Giuliani and his wife. It happens. Oh, Puppy looked great this episode, Jennifer. This was the best she's ever really looked. That's why I'm like, how long is this show filming? Because literally last episode, Puppy was like 40 pounds heavier. Then the next episode, I'm just like, oh, okay, you are skinny. Skinny. I don't want to say it's the best she ever looked because she has lost weight. I would just say that, her clothes are fitting a little bit better because I think that Puppy was slim before she went to prison. And I don't think she knew how to dress for her body for where it is now. So she's just looking a little bit better now in her clothing because I think this is the size that she's comfortable at being. Because I think this is who she was, the size she was before she went to prison. And that happens. You know what I mean? Like right now, I feel like I dress very, very Philadelphia ex-con soccer mom who works at a gay bar. Like sometimes throughout the week, I'm like wearing like Aaron clothes and then I'll just throw on this like bedazzled jacket. And I'm like, what in the Elton John is going on here? My style is like really all over the place because since I gained weight, I really just don't know how to dress for my size. So I'm trying. But I think that as I start to lose weight, my style is looking a little bit better because I'm just comfortable when I'm slimmer because my weight gain wasn't like something that just happens natural to me. I, was going through a lot and I just gained a bunch of weight and I guess I'm not there anymore. You know what I mean? Like I'm just not in that place anymore. So things are changing. So we will see what I look like after this, like what my style is after this. Cause I feel like when I gain weight, I also think it's because the way that I was dressing is also because my body's slim. It's a lot, okay? The girls, sis, it's not a game. So I think because of that, I wanted to cover that up because they were just getting out of hand for me. So that's another thing, but it's very, ex-con soccer mom who works at like a gay bar. That's the style. Child, it's very Elton John and correctional officer. Let me stop. Oh, thank Thank you, KT. Yeah, I'm nervous for Puppy because I feel like she's going to go back to prison. She's just not enjoying being free. Like she is not enjoying like having to live a life where she cannot commit crimes. She's not enjoying it. And I think she might be back in prison. Yeah, also, y'all know I got a bunch of stuff for this year, for last year, and I was not able to wear any of that. So I'm not buying nothing new till I know that we can really go out and stay out. Black Lavender says Chevelle got that ring and put that hit body roll on Quaylon. Stephen Johnson said, is Destiny going to do something to Shawn to go back to jail? Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, thank you, KT. Goose Girlie said, I love this chaotic style description. Girl, it is what it is. I love you guys too. Hey, Pink Unicorn. Miss you. Love you too. Imitation of Style says, so you dress like Amber. Oh, please. Amber wishes. Amber wishes. Yeah, I hope that JB says what? I hope that after, Puppy finds out about Amber and the guy that she's with, I hope, and after she finds out that Amber isn't a lesbian, for real, I hope that she doesn't, relapse, because I feel like she's also addicted to Amber as well. Puppy got a lot of stuff going on. She got a lot of stuff going on. And unfortunately, I just don't see her. I don't see her staying out of prison, unfortunately. I know. See, that's the thing. Briella said Amber seems more like Amber is the one that you would assume was gay and not Puppy. That especially not by just like, just a stereotype, but like how she would act, you would think, especially guys, especially the way that Amber was talking about Puppy. We were thinking that as soon as they got out, she would be like the aggressor and be like all over Puppy. And then Puppy gets out of prison and Amber's just like, oh, we're best girlfriends. Platonic. And I'm like, the way you were talking about her, that's my wifey. I love her. And I can't wait till she come home and I want to be with her. And then she gets out and you're acting like you're just like coworkers, real friendly coworkers. How does D Mark and Chevelle have more chemistry than you and Puppy? Very weird. Very weird. We all thought that she was going to be, the aggressor in the relationship. And Puppy got out and Amber was just like, I'm straight. What? Since when? Even your family was shocked that you brought a man home when you were dating Vince. I don't know. Leanne said, I feel you, Nikki. I'm working from home and my style has slid into the 1990s Seattle grunge scene. Listen, it's all very comfortable. It's all very comfortable for all of us. Do y'all remember when this first started? How everybody was showing up to the Zoom meetings? Baby, you would have thought that it was New York Fashion Week in my early Zoom meetings. After that, child, I showed up on one and I had my headscarf on, and my mom was like, okay, Nikki, like, okay, that's now you're going too far. Because I was just like, listen, after this 30-minute Zoom meeting, what am I going to do? Get back in bed, because a lot of my meetings are with people in different time zones. Why am I getting beat down? Putting on my best garments, and I know I'm going to go back to bed. So, I've done a little better. I throw on an earring sometimes, but baby, I used to put on my best garments for them Zoom meetings. Get the hell out of here. You think I'm doing that today? It's been a year. Hell no. No, I'm done. Yeah, Graciela, lesbian is Graciela said lesbian is a convenience for Amber. It absolutely is. It's a scam for her. That's what I think. I don't think that Amber is closeted. I think that Amber is not gay. I think she's not gay. I think Amber is a scammer. And I think that what she was doing was using Puppy for, protection, companionship. Probably she was taking care of her. I wouldn't be surprised if her mother put her up to it. I wouldn't be surprised. I think that's what she does. She scams people. And it's so embedded in her because look at her mother, right? It's just that's just how she is. And she probably doesn't even recognize it and thinks that, oh, well, I thought that maybe I wanted to be like that, but then I got out and I don't feel that way anymore. No, you were never gay. But this was somebody who would take care of you in prison. So you did what you had to do. Yes, thank you. Irene was like, Nikki, that was so confusing because in the beginning, Amber seemed like she was in love with Puppy, right? Right. Who knew that we would be here with this couple? Not me. Not me. Oh, that's my wifey. I can't wait for my wifey to get out. Like I love her. But she never would say that Puppy was her girlfriend or that, she couldn't wait. Like, let's be real. If you got a partner that's incarcerated and you're waiting for them to get out, the first thing you're probably waiting to do was to jump up on them free. You know what I mean? I can't wait. I can't wait to just, have her all over me, right? Amber never said anything like that. That's my wifey. That was like my best friend. Like, and all of a sudden, as soon as Puppy started to get out, that's like my best friend. Like, sis, when? When did she become your sister? We thought she was your sister. Now all of a sudden y'all like best friends and y'all just real close, not actual lesbian. Amber, you wrong. You wrong. Oh, Black Lavender says Shawn has been spotted filming with Boo. Okay. Yep. Crystal said Amber is for whoever got a place to stay. She goes where the money resides. That's right. Everyone just said, what you talking about, Nikki? Gracie Ellis said, that mom disgusts me. Amber's mom doesn't want the best for her daughter. No. She just wants to continue to scam and use people. That's all she knows. Amber probably comes from a scamming family. I wouldn't be surprised. Yep, it really was. Crystal said it was easier to believe that she wanted Puppy when we didn't see how she actually interacted with her. Guys, it seems like Amber is a lot different with Puppy off camera as well. Because Puppy is literally like, I won't say depressed, but she is going through it. She is going through it. Like she was talking to that bully as a supervisor at that job. When she was talking to her, she was just like, she just doesn't even want to be around me. It's like I disgust Amber. Poor thing. Poor thing. Oh, Sly Cat, he's with another prisoner. Oh, God. Shawn is just trying to stay on the show at this point. Yeah, Amber is just scamming Puppy for housing. As soon as that man gets out and they can like live somewhere together, please. That's who I think the show is holding out for. I think the show is like going to pull this storyline as much as they like, drag this storyline out as much as they can till that man gets out of prison. Because then we're going to see how Amber interacts with somebody that she loves and is attracted to. We're going to see a whole different Amber, probably going to change their voice up. Hey, honey. We're going to be like, who the hell is this? No, this isn't Amber. It's Amber in some big block heels. When did Amber start wearing heels? Hey, honey, I couldn't wait for you to get out. We're going to see the real Amber. Yeah, Jacqueline, lesbian to release date, lured. But I don't think Amber was a lesbian in prison either. I think she made Puppy believe what she needed her to believe so she can have that support in there. But I don't think it went far. Oh no, I hope Amber. I don't want any of them to go back to prison, but it seems like a lot of them have to go back a couple times before they get it out their system. Because I was watching right before I got on here, I was watching Love After the After with Lizzie, and she was talking about how she had went back to jail, not prison, twice over a man that she was dating, and now she's just like, oh, I know I don't want to go back there anymore. I'm like, ooh, child, they got to go back a couple times. Gabrielle. I told you. I was just like, Puppy, Amber ain't gay. Amber is not gay because as soon as Puppy came out, remember, guys, when Amber picked Puppy up, Puppy like ran into her arms and was so happy to see her. And Amber was just like, hey, I'm so happy you out. Like a friend. And Puppy was like confused. She thought they were going to like make out and she was going to be rubbing up on her. And the way Amber like rejected her but like friend zoned her so quickly, she was just like, what's going on here? She's straight. That's what's happening. And you know what, to be quite honest with you, as someone who has friends and family members in the LGBTQ family, this happens a lot. Oh God. I swear I have, no, I won't say I have. There is somebody out there who constantly falls in love with straight men, and it's just like they are being nice to you because they want money. They know that you are attracted to them. So they will play with your heart, ask to borrow your car, ask you for some money, knowing good and well that they are straight. But it happens all the time. And I'm like, oh my God. We've been going through this since we were kids. You have got to break out of it. Not any of my friends, but just, somebody out there. I know it's somebody out there who lives like that. Not nobody that I know. Because child, people start watching this and putting stuff together, and I ain't got time. I ain't got time to say I wasn't talking about you. So it happens. It happens. Whew, it happens. Oh, wait. I saw something. Stella said, this is random, but remember when Lizzie sprayed her kitty cat with perfume before a date? Yes, Stella, that is random, but I remember that. I remember that. Yes, Ryan said, Amber was like, hey, buddy, yes. And Puppy was so confused, as were we. As were we. Gracie Ellis said, I just saw the clip of Sarah recording Michael with the kids. I'm disgusted. That's her happy place. She loved that. That's her happy place, unfortunately. Yeah, Teleran, they definitely do. They go through it all the time. They're always on YouTube crying about how their straight men scam them. It's like, listen, stay within your community. Stay within your community and stay with somebody who was out. Please do not get involved with these closeted men and women. They ain't never coming out. Leave them alone. Oh, yeah, I know, Gabriel. I was just laughing at your comment, Gabriel. Crystal, don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Yeah, it's going to be an absolute mess. Guys, let me get out of here because I think, 7:30? Child, I'm about to make this thing 3 hours. No, y'all know they get on me about the playback when it's 3 hours. Anyway, let me get out of here because I had 3 shows to watch tonight. And then I got to review those for you. So let me get out of here so I can catch up on that. And I will see you guys for the next live. The rest of the videos from here on out, not here on out, but the rest of the videos for the remainder of this week that'll be coming out up until the next live, which is Sunday, will be edited reviews. But Sunday, I will see you guys for 90 Day Fiance. So yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let's build the NikkiStar TV community here. And again, thank you so much for joining me. I do not take it for granted that you guys take time out of your day to spend with me. You could be doing anything else, but you stop by here and you are supporting me here at NikkiStar TV and joining me in this, whatever this chat becomes. I totally appreciate it. And I thank you all for your time. It means the world to me. I love you all, and I will see you soon being Sunday, for the next live, which is a 90 Day Fiance. But you should be, I'll probably put up Married at First Sight and Basketball Wives and maybe Little Women Atlanta. We will see how my time goes, but those should be up soon. Love you all. See you soon. Bye. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Night, my loves. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved.